Welcome to a new deep dive. Today we're unpacking a truly fascinating subject, Shanghai. It's often described as this incredible tapestry where history and hypermodernity are just woven together. So our mission for you today, it's to really pull out the most important insights from the source material on this dynamic city. What does it actually mean to live there, to work there, even to visit? We're aiming for those surprising facts, those aha moments that give you a shortcut to being truly well-informed about Shanghai. Quickly, without getting bogged down.
Exactly. And what's really striking is how the sources, right from the start, highlight Shanghai's constant, relentless evolution and these incredible contrasts. So yeah, we'll explore the nuances of its famously fast-paced lifestyle, its very unique culture, and that thriving tourism scene. We'll pull out details that really bring the city to life for you.
Okay, building on that idea, that dynamic evolution, let's really unpack what defines Shanghai's daily pulse. The sources, they describe its lifestyle as incredibly fast-paced, yes, ambitious, definitely cosmopolitan. I mean, it's a global financial hub, but it's not all just work and ambition, is it?
Yeah.
There seems to be this distinct value placed on leisure, on convenience too, almost like a necessary counterbalance.
Absolutely. And if you zoom out a bit, this really points to a city that's almost hyper-efficient and incredibly service-oriented. Think about it. The public transport network it's a marvel. Food delivery is everywhere, incredibly widespread. And the shopping scene, it covers everything, from high-end luxury to these really bustling traditional street markets. Oh, and for anyone interested in food, it's genuinely a paradise. You've got street food stalls, things like Shengjianbao, right up to a really impressive number of Michelin-starred places. So this focus on efficiency, it naturally influences the daily habits of the people living there, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
And the sources reveal it creates this really unique rhythm. Shanghainese people, they're often described as quite direct in communication, driven by curiosity too, but also respecting hierarchy and interactions. And some really distinct daily habits pop up, like drinking hot water that's not just common is this long-standing practice, rooted in traditional Chinese health ideas. Bargaining in markets, it's frequent, almost like a cherished social thing, not just about saving money. And you'll see public exercise everywhere, especially among older folks in the parks. They become these vibrant sort of communal social hubs. There's this interesting balance between planning things out and just being spontaneous socially. And language-wise, sure, Mandarin is dominant, but Shanghainese is that melodic Wu dialect. That's the local tongue. And English is definitely becoming more prevalent, especially in business and tourism sectors.
Right. And this whole blend, the efficiency and these deep-rooted habits, it really culminates in what the sources call Shanghai's unique Haipai culture. What really jumped out at me was that Haipai, it literally means Shanghai style, and it is the embodiment of this explicit East meets West fusion. It blends traditional Wu and Yu cultures, these deep regional traditions with very powerful, historically significant Western influences. It's fascinating.
So what does that actually look like? How does it shape the city's identity?
Well, it's incredibly clear in the architecture, isn't it? You've got the iconic Bund with its neoclassical and Art Deco buildings right there. But then you also see traditional Shikumen residences, those unique stone-gated houses, very Shanghai, that mix Western terraced house styles with Chinese courtyards. And then, of course, bang, the modern skyscrapers piercing the skyline. The sources point out Shanghai was historically a real intellectual hub, and it actively preserved traditions. You see that in the museums, the arts, while just fully embracing cosmopolitanism, inclusivity. It's a dynamic interplay that defines its vibe today. And that cosmopolitan feel, it's not just the buildings. It really extends into the city's social life, its pulse. The sources paint a picture of an incredibly dynamic and diverse social scene. Think vibrant nightlife areas like Xintiandi along the Bund, a booming cafe culture too, plus constant cultural events happening. And interestingly, despite its huge size, there's still this fostering of community spirit. People are consistently described as hospitable, welcoming.
Yeah, and that dynamism,
Yeah.
it seems to be clearly fueling Shanghai's really remarkable tourism rebound we're seeing now, especially boosted by recent visa policy easing. The sources highlight the key spots, obviously, the iconic Bund, those amazing skyline views, the Shanghai Tower and Oriental Pearl Tower for those panoramic cityscapes, the classical Yew Garden, the glimpse into old China, plus the charming former French Concession, leafy street boutiques. And even heading out a bit to the ancient Lujiazui water town. Really makes you wonder, why does Shanghai appeal to such a wide range of travelers?
Well, I think it's about offering pretty much everything. You can get deep historical immersion, cutting-edge modern attractions, vibrant nightlife, often all within a stone's throw of each other. And there's definitely a
It's
growing
from
interest
somewhere
globally in cultural
somewhere
immersion, and Shanghai is constantly upgrading its infrastructure, hosting these huge events. It's clearly solidifying its position as a truly global
somewhere
hub for both tourism and business.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what really stands out to you about Shanghai? For me, it genuinely feels like a city of layers. Every corner seems to tell some kind of story, where constant innovation is always meeting steadfast tradition.
I agree. And zooming out again, Shanghai serves as this really powerful example, doesn't it? A city that constantly reinvents itself, sometimes at a dizzying speed, yet somehow fiercely holds onto its unique cultural threads. It's quite the balancing act.
Absolutely. So maybe the thought to leave you with is this. What might Shanghai teach us about the future of global identity itself? Where these forces of tradition and progress are continually reshaping one another, often in unexpected, sometimes really beautiful ways. It's definitely something to mull over long after this deep dive concludes.